Hey guys, hey, it's me, Miss Kiki. What's poppin'? And I'm back with another reaction video. Now, this one right here, we about to get into some things because perfect example of you are not always right, okay? The customer is not always right, and you are not always right, okay? So that is the lesson we about to learn from this particular body cam video. So I ain't watched it, but I from the title, I just know that yeah, we about to get into some things here. So y'all know the routine. Let me share my screen. We not always right, y'all. We need to take accountability when we wrong and move forward. That's it. That's all. So let's get into it.
Who I'm out with. If you don't identify yourself, that is obstruction. It's
What crime did I commit?
There's no crime, but I'm identifying you. Okay.
Because I didn't do anything. Oh, sir, she almost ran me off the road.
Yeah. Again, you didn't yield to lights and siren.
She was next to me and stopped and almost ran me off the fucking road. What are you talking about?
Listen to me.
On September 22nd, 2022, Officer Lewis of the Cleveland Heights Police Department initiated a traffic stop for expired tags on a silver Infiniti. However, her reckless driving nearly caused a collision with another driver, Mr. Kern. After the near miss, Mr. Kern, upset about her dangerous behavior, pulled over to talk to Officer Lewis. Though he complied by waiting on the sidewalk, Officer Lewis, after addressing the driver of the Infiniti, approached Mr. Kern with hostility. She escalated the situation, claiming he hadn't yielded to her lights and sirens, although Mr. Kern disputed this. Her story shifted multiple times during the encounter, ultimately leading to an unjustified call for backup.
1 second.
C1 Radio, stand by. It's going to be on Mayfield across from the first access road. Send me another unit because another party does not know how to yield to lights and sirens, and he's sitting here recording me. Stay down, look at him off the road.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Officer Lewis with Cleveland Heights. The reason I'm for the traffic stop is the plates on the vehicle are expired. It's not even a big deal. Do you know that guy behind me in the Porsche?
I was trying to hurry up and move
You're
over.
good. No, you're good. You did the right thing. I'm put my lights out and sirens. He did not move over. I'll give you the plate to the other vehicle that's out with the confrontation. I apologize.
You almost ran me off the road.
I initiated my lights and sirens. But was your music on? Because I had the lights and sirens on, sir. I apologize. He stopped abruptly. Okay, I'm not wrong. The lights and sirens were activated. Okay, I did not do that, sir. The lights and sirens on my marked patrol because he stopped abruptly, causing me to stop abruptly, causing you to stop abruptly. And I apologize for that. However, the lights and sirens were on. Okay, the police vehicle is marked. You can clearly see it's a marked patrol vehicle. I initiated lights and sirens. I'm not going to argue, and I'm telling you I do. I'm going to tell you I do apologize that he did stop abruptly. Nobody was wrong.
I'm going to tell you the disconnect, right? So between the public and you as a public servant,
You just said driver check. Okay.
if there's something wrong and you actually did it, all you say, my bad.
And I did. I just said
Keep going.
I said my bad. I said I activated I initiated a traffic stop in a marked vehicle with lights and sirens. If you didn't hear the sirens or see the lights, I
mean, you called back up.
Well, I called back up because somebody is getting out of a cop car.
Sergeant Wolf arrived on the scene and immediately made assumptions without properly assessing the situation. He accused Mr. Kern of obstruction, despite having no legal basis for the claim. Wolf's actions reflect a broader issue within law enforcement.
I mean, you called back up for your safety, but
Well, you don't pull up behind an officer on a traffic stop.
you don't even know what's going on.
You're right, I don't.
So why are you saying that?
Because I'm here, and what you're doing right now is against the law.
Ran me off the road.
Okay, well then you should have pulled over for lights and sirens. She said it on the radio that you didn't yield, and it's on dash cam. I'm assuming.
It's just a disconnect, man.
Sir,
I'll tell you what. Let her finish her business, and then we can sit down and talk like
we're
adults.
good. I'm gonna let him go. We're good. I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was your last name?
My last name?
Yeah.
Why you need my last name?
Because I'm asking who I'm talking to. You asked me who you were talking to.
You're not going to be under arrest because what you're doing is illegal.
Listen.
What you're doing is illegal. I can charge you for interfering.
But just give me your last name.
Why?
Because I'm conducting business with you right now.
For my friend.
10-4. That's not going
how
to
it
be the
works.
driver.
What's your RS?
Stand by.
What's your reasonable articulate
Okay.
suspicion of my crime?
I'm going to get rid of him.
I'll explain to you, okay?
Am I did to change? Am I did to change?
If you want to be.
10-4. That's not
That's not how it works. What's your RS?
Stand by.
My RS?
Articulate
Okay.
suspicion of my crime.
I'm gonna get
Okay, hold on. I'll explain it to you, okay? Doing what you're doing right now.
No, sir, she almost ran me off the road.
Okay. Again, you didn't yield to lights and siren. And you came out.
She was next to me and stopped and almost ran me off the fucking road. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
listen to me. You asked my reasonable articulable suspicion. It's not
I'm not
probable
under
cause.
arrest. If you arrest me, you violate my rights.
I don't want to arrest you. We have to
You're
ID
going to
you.
violate my rights. That's what it
Okay,
is.
we have to ID you. You understand that? Yes, we do.
All right, I'm a videotape it.
Okay, we got you on camera
I'm
too.
a call, they come get the car, you're violating my rights.
I'm getting. Who's getting what car?
They can come, you're going to arrest
You another car here. I got a male who's obstructing.
No, I'm not.
He refuses to identify himself.
Bro,
So I'll take a report on it, but I need your ID.
No.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with her.
The misuse of authority to intimidate civilians. Ohio Revised Code 2921.29 clearly states that identification is required only when there is reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Since Mr. Kern was not involved in any criminal offense, his refusal to provide identification was lawful. However, Officer Lewis and Sergeant Wolf ignored this fact, pressuring Mr. Kern into complying and eventually handcuffing him without cause.
Listen, talk to me. Just do me a favor. All I'm asking you,
I'm a private citizen.
just take your hands out of your pocket while we're talking,
Right.
okay? I called for backup, all right?
Yeah.
I initiated a traffic stop. I understand you and I and that gentleman, we all just saw what happened, okay? I'm calling for another person because I'm dealing with one person who I don't know who I'm dealing with. And you get out, listen, sir, let me speak. Let me explain to you. I call for another person because I have a man getting out of a car walking towards me. You know how society is. I know how society is. Now listen,
Right.
I'm asking you to identify yourself so I can let my dispatcher know who I'm out with. If you don't identify yourself, that is obstruction. You are the one that came
Obstruction
out.
is a secondary crime.
It's
What crime did I commit?
There's no crime, but I'm
no crime, I don't
identifying
need to
you. Okay.
Thank you.
I need your driver license.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to arrest you if you don't identify yourself.
She just said it was no crime.
Listen,
Obstructing is a
What?
crime.
obstructing is a
You
crime.
identify yourself, cause.
She almost ran me off the road.
And then I still have to identify you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, I'm going to call in for your car. You can arrest me.
Okay, turn around.
Because I didn't do anything.
Turn around.
I didn't do anything.
Listen, just all you have to
No, I
do.
don't have my ID with me.
Okay, what's your cell phone?
That's what we asked for. For what?
What's your last name, sir?
Kern, man.
Kern?
You know what happened. Why are you letting him
Listen,
do this?
he's a
He's
sergeant.
violating my rights.
He is not. You
Here, have a
didn't
seat. We're gonna give you a
identify
ticket when we
yourself.
send you on your way. Do you have valid driver's license?
It's he's violating my rights for me. Yeah, he know his rights. That's a secondary crime. Obstruction is the secondary crime. What's the first crime?
Yeah, I do. You violate my rights, man.
So are you going to get a ticket for interfering with the traffic?
How did I interfere? She almost ran me off the fucking road.
And you could have put off and waited and called.
I did wait when she said wait.
You were out here talking to her. Have a seat.
Mr. Kern, just
Don't push me, man.
Have a seat.
Why are you so full of machismo, man?
Dude, have a seat. I'm not putting up with your bullshit, okay? Have a seat.
What's wrong with you, man?
Have a seat.
Sitting down.
All the way in.
if he
He's going
checks,
for obstructing. Or he's getting a
you're
ticket
gonna.
for Is he valid?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the radio to say. What? So this is what happened. That vehicle matched the description of the vehicle from Weird Shit yesterday. I saw it. I initiated a traffic stop. That person, instead of like pulling over, he stopped abruptly, and I'm getting behind him, but he stopped abruptly. This guy was very close to him, and we did. We almost did get into an accident because that driver stopped so abruptly. I did. Yes.
Gets a ticket for
He.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this.
Okay.
He's getting a ticket for
Radio, we want to see you read back on that. Yes, I have it.
Yes, radio. I do. That's why I provided it.
Goes to a Demetrius Raphael Kern, the 37-year-old male. He's
This tells me that this sergeant right here, this guy right here, he needs to take a break because he came to the scene. He just aggressive. Like He need a little break. He need like a week vacation or something to refresh his mind before he back on the force because you work for the public, sir.
So you get the ticket and then you can come to
Listen, I don't feel like I need to give him a ticket for that. I'm
Well, then
cool
you
with
got
just
for obstruction.
okay. I mean, I'm cool with letting him go. I didn't understand,
He's in handcuffs.
and he's being a jerk.
He obstructed. He refused to identify himself. I'm not going to sit out here
Okay.
and argue with somebody for an hour. The legalities of it. You can come to court.
Okay.
So he gets a ticket for obstructing failure to identify himself.
You guys got a
Mr.
lawsuit
Kern,
coming.
just hang on. Just
Got a lawsuit coming.
listen. Let me explain to you. You don't get out of the car yet. The sergeant wants me to give you a ticket for obstruction. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything else. Listen. He is the boss. He is the boss.
I don't have to refuse if I didn't commit a crime. This isn't a stop and ID state.
At this point, it is a traffic stop because you're out on a
almost ran me
traffic
off
stop.
the road.
Mr.
You
Kern,
know
we
it.
just had that conversation. I did not almost run you off the road.
That Tesla has cameras in it. So
Okay.
you guys are going to pay for this.
That's fine.
Officer Lewis gave inconsistent statements. Unfortunately, Mr. Kern couldn't provide Tesla video evidence, explaining that the recording feature was inactive. Despite Officer Lewis acknowledging her mistake and attempting to correct it, the supervisor, too egotistical to admit they were wrong, chose to proceed with the obstruction charge, citing that Mr. Kern was in handcuffs. This action amounts to a secondary violation of Mr. Kern's rights.
Mr. Kern, I apologize. I really do. And this is on Bodycam, all right? This is the sergeant's telling me to do this, so police have to identify you. You do have to identify
I
yourself.
broke the law. If I broke the law, I have to identify.
Mr. Kern, you got out of the vehicle in the middle of a traffic stop.
Got hit.
I understand that, and I needed to identify you.
This is going to be a heavy lawsuit. Legal Heights is going to pay me for this.
For what, sir?
Kidnapping, illegal detainment.
No one's
I'm
kidnapping
in the
you.
back of your car in handcuffs.
Okay,
I'm kidnapped.
this is not kidnapping. The sergeant placed you under arrest for obstruction. He asked for your information and you didn't give it to him. Listen, there'll be a court date. You and I will both go to it. And our prosecutor's really good and we'll work through it, okay? Listen, I'm just doing what I'm told to do, all right? What do I...
Now that is something that I hate for anybody to be in the position of when someone is telling you to do something that you know is wrong, you have to stand up for yourself. Sergeant should have done it then. Since Sergeant wants to tell you to do something that you know is wrong, don't let anybody tell you to do something that you know is wrong and you still do it. Speak up for yourself.
For this verbiage. When asked to identify himself, he refused.
So, just for my own. You actually didn't hear it,
So we're literally here, and I'm coming up because I saw that car. It looked like a car from yesterday's incident. I ran it. It's expired. I am in this lane. I put my lights on to activate. The guy, instead of like continuing, he like whips over, stops abruptly, and I'm like halfway in between both lanes, and this guy was right behind him. So it did almost cause an accident. Absolutely. No, I was trying to go behind. It would have been a sheer clear distance accident. But because of how that guy stopped abruptly, it would have been.
And he stopped and just decided to get out of it.
Well, and he's pissed into an accident. No, all three of us, it would have been an accident. Yeah, I was going behind the other guy.
And he could have gone on the street.
But the guy stopped abruptly, but he did. Then he got out and he's yelling. He's yelling while I'm initiating. Right. So I told him, I said, sir, just stand there. Let me talk to him. I'll come talk to you. And he did. But then he's continuous, because that happened, I called for backup. And then he was upset, rightfully so. It was ever. Why are they assholes? Like, was that necessary? All right, here's your property.
Hold on, let me get this here.
Sure.
It was pushing on my cuffs.
Thank you, yes. Do you want to sign or are you going to refuse? All right, I'm going to give you a copy of it.
You guys violated my rights. You know.
Well, we'll all be in court.
Despite Officer Lewis apologizing for almost causing an accident, she and her supervisor, Sergeant Wolf, continued to escalate the situation. Mr. Kern, in handcuffs, was charged with obstruction, a charge that was clearly unfounded, as evidenced by the dismissal of the case 11 days later, due to lack of evidence. Officer Lewis herself appeared conflicted during the encounter, apologizing multiple times, but ultimately deferring to her superior's insistence on pressing charges. This further illustrates how poor supervision can exacerbate situations that could otherwise be peacefully resolved.
You're probably the only good cop on the force.
Exactly. That is what I just said. The supervisor, he just came and threw everything off. This guy, he needs to take him up. He need a week off, go to the beach, relax. You know, being a police officer is stressful. So take a break, relax, come back to work, refresh, because he too amped up. He too amped up to be a police officer. We don't need amped up police officers, okay? So he narrowed that down exactly to what I said earlier.
I'm not trying to be a bad cop. I was literally not trying to even have any of this happen, and I did apologize.
You apologize, but you're following his directives.
He's a sergeant.
Yeah, but still, like you swore oath to the Constitution.
Right.
And you know what's right and wrong. And sometimes you got to stand up to people.
Listen.
No.
When asked for your information, you have to identify yourself. At this point, we're on a traffic stop together.
But you still have to.
A traffic stop is not a crime.
And I asked him, I'm being detained. And nobody answered that.
Listen.
So I did it. I covered all my bases.
All the stuff's going to be typed in the report.
If I was being detained, I had no choice but to give you my ID. That's why I specifically asked.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
Well, at that point, it's a traffic stop.
But still, if I'm being detained, you should tell me. And if I'm not being detained, I'm free to go. And in the situation.
Well, right now, you're free to go.
Yeah.
All right? I hope that you feel better. And I'm sorry that all this had to happen this way.
You didn't do nothing.
Well, we did. We got into a little accident, almost a middle accident.
You did your job.
And I apologize.
Things happen in life. He came, he violated my rights.
Well, we're going to work through it, all right? I don't think he violated your rights. He wanted you to identify yourself, and you didn't. All right?
You know you swore oath.
Say again?
You swore oath.
I did.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, Mr. Kern.
Thank you.
I hope that you feel better, all right?
To the hospital.
All right. You going to go to Metro?
Come on, right there.
Yes, sir.
The dismissal of Mr. Kern's case signaled that the obstruction charge was baseless. While Sergeant Wolf was a driving force behind the wrongful detainment, Officer Lewis's participation in the misconduct could not be overlooked. Her shifting narrative about the events, combined with her failure to uphold Mr. Kern's rights, ultimately led to her dismissal from the force. The department had no choice but to fire her after public outcry and internal review, citing her failure to act with integrity and her role in a botched, unjust traffic stop. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories.
Yep, just exactly what I said, people. Just exactly what I said. We have to be mindful and stand up sometimes when we're being asked to do something that's wrong, even if it is coming from a superior. So this was a perfect video right here. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment. Like and subscribe. Y'all know the routine. Bye.